Its ground is of sweet musk, and of saffron set, and its roof is the arch, the throne of your Lord, clear and manifest. Its rocks are jewels, polished and finesse, and its buildings are from silver and gold bricks compressed. Its fruits are sweeter than honey every time you try to digest. Every single bite instills your appetite that leaves your senses having to guess, and you're still not impressed. Then the rivers of wine, so sweet and sublime, pure and refreshed. The fruits there so refined, on the table you sit down and dine, your desires sensually prepped. Your thirst is served in silver, golden goblets gleamed. You're served kafur, ginger and tasneem that are filled as you select, and you're still not impressed. And if you ask about its shade, it's covered by a horse razor galloping with rage for 100 years, and that's just one tree. And if you ask about its encampments perfectly made, enchanting they are, dazzlingly displayed in lengths, they're in miles up to 60. And its tall buildings filled with rooms on top of them, rooms on top of rooms that reach the highest stars, what a luxury. And the clothes and bedding were to be zoomed, they'll be hemmed with the finest gold and silk loom, and costume glistening, shining utterly. If you ask about how your faces will bloom, they'll be like the image of luminous moons, and your age will be at the peak of 33, and you're still not impressed. When you hear the hur singing, your hearts will swoon. Even greater are the voices of the prophets and the angels, whom are nothing to the words of your Lord, who deserves praises abundantly, and you're still not impressed. And of your brides and wives, pure and chaste, stunningly beautiful, for you they've been told to wait as you refrained from all worldly desires. And your worldly wife, the queen of the brides, should be only replaced with greater illumined enchanting grace, with beauty that never expires. But you're still not impressed. And in your heights of indulgence in the palace you stay, you're thinking already what could be greater than this very single day. You have everything you wanted, even more in array. As you're admiring your properties, your streams and displays, you hear a voice of a caller who calls and conveys. The blessed and majestic has requested a visit, so visit him, he says. As you're bewildered, you're thinking, what wrong did do this slave? But as you're in complete disarray, you humbly say, oh Lord, we're here and we obey. And everyone who has heard the caller meets in the valley without delay, and as your Lord will request his chair to be summoned straight away, and dazzling pulpits will emerge of gems, pearls, golds and light rays. On sheets of fine musk you'll sit and lay, and then when everyone's secure and progressions are underway, you'll hear, oh Ahlul Jannah, you have an appointment with your Lord that he wishes to reward you, the caller will say. What reward you think at your very own dismay? Hasn't my Lord made our faces bright than the sun's scorching glaze? Hasn't he made our deeds on the scales heavy as a witness in our ways? And aren't we free from the fire and the heat of the hell fiery blaze? Are you still not impressed? And when they're all rattled, confused and completely dazed, the light encompasses the whole of paradise and everything outlays. So they'll look up and behold, and as they gaze, they'll see their Lord, how compelling and majestic is he in everything he portrays. Oh Ahlul Jannah, Salamu Alaikum, peace be upon the majestic says. So the occupants will answer in the best of ways, oh Allah, you are peace, and from you there is peace, O possessor of majesty and honor. In this splendor and grace your Lord will laugh and embrace and state, O Ahlul Jannah, where are those who used to obey me without ever having seen me? This is the day of increase. O Ahlul Jannah, if I were not pleased with you, I would not have made you inhabitants of my paradise. So ask of me. As the inhabitants pray to their Lord, and as they start to ask and embrace, Ya Rabb, they say, O Lord, so we may look at it, let us see your face. And are you still not impressed? As your Lord uncovers his veil with his beauty, and out of sight he unravels his light, which if he willed would have burnt them straight alight. And on that day your Lord in all of his splendor and might will talk to each of his slaves regardless of their color, race and height. Did you not remember when you did this on that day, on that very single night? And the slave will say, yes. Will you not forgive me, O Lord of the heavens exalted in all delights? And my Lord will say, you have not reached this position if it wasn't for my forgiveness. So how cool are the righteous eyes and sight, and how sweet are the ears when they hear him in the afterlife. To him we belong, and to him we will reunite. Are you still not impressed?